Alright, well, this is kind of an unexpected experience. I didn't really ever think my rocket channel would have, well, any sort of a following really, but now here we are with like 2,500 subscribers, and one of my LDRS videos has 250,000 views. So, I can't say I'm mad about it, but given the current situation of the world, there's not exactly a lot of opportunities to go flying rockets. However, I do have plenty of opportunities to still bring you videos. So, right now, what I'm working on is this Wildman 4-inch Punisher. It's my level 3, kinda. So this is the rocket I use for my level 2. It's an old Rocketry Warehouse Mad Dog. It's even a G10 cloth tube kit. But 54mm mount. So I bought the Punisher. Tim gave me a deal over at LDRS. And I'm going to fly the upper section of the Mad Dog on the fin can. Basically, I just built a new fin can that can take an M motor for the Mad Dog. And then I am actually, properly finishing this Punisher as a Punisher as well. I just didn't want this small of a 4-inch rocket for a level 3 shot. I'm already probably going to push around 13,000 feet as is. And that's already the highest I've ever gone. So, yeah, anyway, that's a Wildman 4-inch Punisher. I always try to make my fillets look fancy. I'll take this out and show you it in the sun here in a little bit. This is the motor case got from John Clifton. Made in 1998, serial number 16. It's the Aerotech 5120. There's a couple Aerotech M1297s in the house. One for me and one for my dad's level 3 rocket. But basically, I'm just going to wet sand this and polish it all up today. However, I wanted a little bit of your guys' input since you're here. I have a bunch of different rockets I'm working on or could start working on. It kind of just depends on what you guys want to see. So first and foremost, I have a Lock Precision 7.5-inch Iris, which is the exact same as this guy right here. All put together, it's a little over 12 feet tall. That one's all fiberglass and weighs probably 40 pounds. Without anything in it. But I have the Lock Precision one as well. This is a cardboard version, so we can work on that. I have this Performance Hobbies 6-inch Der Red Max that I really just need to do fillets and then paint. I need to situate an electronics bay, but this, pending LDRS actually getting to happen, is going to fly on a Dark Matter L motor that I'm really excited for. Also for the 5120 case, the L1040. The slightly faster burning, more aggressive dark matter propellant. I'm really excited for that. I saw a friend of mine fly one at LDRS, and when I saw it, I was like, well, I need that. We're not allowed to fly Sparkies in Idaho, though, so that has to happen out of state, hopefully at LDRS. Like I said, there's a bunch of other things I could do. I have the Lock Precision 7.5-inch Saturn V over there that I was really excited about. It's a little intimidating, but I also have this Sherry's Hot Rockets 8-inch Saturn V that a friend, Jim Scarpine, sent to me a long time ago. I was supposed to be able to get parts for it from Dave McVeigh, but I don't know what's going on with that. I also have a 3-inch kit with a 54mm mount that could be like a perfect level 1 type thing, and we could, just kind of maybe do a one-day high-power rocket build or something. It's fairly similar to this 3-inch Punisher. It's just not fiberglass. And yeah, so let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. A fast build, a giant 12-foot rocket, a big giant upscale of a classic Estes kit from the 60s. We got all kinds of stuff we could do, and pretty decent amount of free time right now. So in the meantime, I'm going to start wet sanding this guy, and we'll polish it up. This is the stage in painting I used to be very reluctant about because it was really hard for me to look at nice shiny clear coat and think I wanted to sand it. I used to do the same thing with like carbon fiber layups and stuff too. I wanted them to be really shiny, but I was convinced that if I sanded the shine away, I would never get it back. Luckily now I know that's not the case. I'm going to wipe it down. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to use to bring the shine back out. Properly done, this would have been, like a few stages from like 800 to 2000 grit before I did the next steps, but the clear went on pretty good. I had one small run, but I took care of that. I just sanded the whole thing with 2000 grit. Kind of allows me, there's 3 coats of clear on there, so allows me to be fairly aggressive with the sanding, just make sure everything's smoothed out without worrying about going through the clear and back into the base coat. Here's kind of a decent way you might be able to kind of get an idea of what's going on here on the camera. You can see the lower spots in the fillets there are still shiny. Same thing with on the body tube. You can see all the spots that aren't quite as shiny as the rest of it. Those were all high spots before the sandpaper got to them. So now everything's really smooth and level. What I'm going to do is use Meguiar's actual like automotive cut compound and start hand buffing it. Here we go, Meguiar's 105 Ultra Cut compound. Heavy cut. If you want to be really meticulous and have a bigger budget than me, you can get the 205 as well, which is a follow-up to this. I just wax on top of this because this stuff's like 40 bucks a bottle anyway. Effectively, this stuff is just liquid sandpaper. That's going to give us a nice high polish finish. More importantly, a really ridiculously smooth feeling finish, which is my favorite part. Alright, it's a fairly painstaking process, but I assume you guys got the idea from that first little clip. Just a whole lot of basically sanding with a towel. Now I'm going to hit it with a coat of some good old-fashioned hand turtle wax, and we'll take it out in the sun and show you guys what it looks like. Alright. It is a painstaking process, but we're done. I don't know how much you can see the difference in here, the body tube versus the nose cone, because I haven't cut and buffed the nose cone yet. But let's take it out in the sun so you can actually see what this paint looks like. Alright, that pretty much wraps up the painting portion of my level 3 rocket build. I still have some graphics I want to put on it and stuff like that. But yeah, don't forget to comment what you would like to see me work on while we're locked down and I've got time to work on rockets, and leave a comment, let me know what you think of the paint job, and we'll see you guys in the next rocket vlog episode.